Hey guys, all right, today what I'm doing is a little DIY project which involves mounting this Pelican case right here. This is it's a 1510, and I want to mount that case to this SW Motec bracket on my CB500, Honda CB500. So I'm going to take you through that today, and I got some parts here and I'm going to try to make it work. But first thing you have to do is detach the SW Motec, this plate right here, which is on the SW Motec rear rack mounting assembly. So these are just quick release using a Craftsman screwdriver. Put it right in the slot. Should come right up. That one's already loose. And plate lifts right off the rack. Alright, part one done. Okay, so I'm going to bolt this plate here on this, and you don't need much. I got this from the hardware store. You just need points, good strong points of contact. So for that, I've got some stainless steel 3/16 1-inch button head cap screws, or button head screws, hex button screws, and then these heavy duty washers. Now everything is stainless except for these wing nuts, which are basically zinc plated. So that's all the hardware I'm going to use today. I'm not going to try to overbuild this. Just start there. So these holes here, right here on this plate, match up pretty well, even if you match this up to the rack that's on the bike. So, you know, you can get your own plate and drill it out if you want, but what I'm going to do is mount it right here, and you can see it's pretty much top center of the box as you look down on it, so that should provide, you know, enough of a point of contact. It's not gonna, I'm not carrying munitions in here, so this should just be fine for clothing or what have you. All right, more to come. So what I did here was mark these with the Sharpie. So that's pretty much center. And if you remove this plate, you can kind of see where it matches up in terms of the curve, and then this plate will be on the bottom, so it'll be secure and straps across the openings and across this center part, so give it plenty of rigidity. But I don't want a lot of vibration, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this really nice thick heavy duty Gorilla tape across this on both sides and the washers, so that the mating parts don't rattle around when it's on the bike. Okay, so the tape is on there now. Alright, this part's done, all taped up, both sides, so when it's on here you're not getting steel on steel rattling. Alright, here's the holes which I already marked out. I'm going to use this drill. I think it's close to a 3/8 or 3/16, we'll see. Gotta be careful not to bottom out here. There's two in. There's going to be washers taped too, so the waterproof, it'll still be waterproof. So there's a few burrs in here, I got to remove those. It's gone. Smooth. Just checking this. All right. Just to seal things up tight, I put a little piece of this rubberized tape. Yeah, this will keep it nice and tight, and I'll do the same on the other side. All right, so this is the back side. I use that rubberized 100-mile-an-hour tape here to tape down all of the high points, so that if there's any, you know, vibration on the bike, which there will be obviously, that You know, you're not getting a lot of rattling or noise that way. So far, true up the rack a little bit here, and the holes are just perfect. So, yep, I mounted the rack a little bit back of this way on the case, just to prevent close contact with some of these ribbed high points on the Pelican case. But you know, you could put it against the case if you wanted to and have it flush there, but I just think it's more centered this way. All right, time to mount this up. So as far as tools, you're going to need very minimal tools, but for hardware, like I said, this is a 3/16, 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch button hex head screw, couple of washers, couple of 3/16 washers, and this is a zinc wing nut, which I'm going to use for the bottom. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is remount this. This is called the Alurac, the SW Motec Alurac that goes on the SW Motec rack extension for the CB500. So I'm going to put this back on. Very simple. It's just got these lockdown nuts. I gotta find the right spot there. Okay. They're not even nuts. What do you call these, Susan?
Locking screws?
Locking screws. Alright. You'll hear them click in when they're right. Now that plate is secure there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open the Pelican case, which is right over here. I've got all the hardware I need. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to secure the case to the Alurac using these button head hex head screws, these washers right here. These are 3/16. I'm going to use this plate on the bottom side to secure it, and then I am going to this will come through here, and then the wing nuts will be attached inside the case. It's not completely theft resistant. If somebody has a Allen key. All right, so the first thing I got to do is line up the holes. So I'll get the hole here lined up. Okay, so I'm just lining up the hole here. Line it up with this side. They're a little tight because of the 100-mile-an-hour rubberized tape I put in there, but they should push right up. There you go. Little love tap. So let's look inside the case. Up comes the screws. Put a washer on each hole. Luckily, my wife was here to tell me that I was mounting this upside down, and the wing nuts should be on the inside of the case to make it a little tougher to steal the case, which I agree with. So maybe you need to have to put some foam or a backpack here so the wing nuts don't run into the whatever you have here. But I can feel the button head cap screw turning now, so I have to get an Allen key, so I'll be right back. Bottom. Okay, so got an Allen key in here now, and I'm just gonna hold the Allen key still. Let's see, and turn the wing nut till it's secure. That one is. And do the other side here. Just holding that net steady. I just need to get it hand tight. I don't want it to come loose when I'm driving. Okay, case is on now, nice and secure. We'll give it a test here, shake test. Pretty steady. Lock it down. This case right here, I got it used on eBay for $60 plus free shipping, so it didn't cost me anything to ship it. I spent about $6 in hardware, So apart from the Alu rack, which was very expensive for Motec, but a really nice rack, apart from that, I've got a top case here that's going to work great. It's waterproof, and it cost me about $75, if that. Yeah, that's it. These come right open. This is great. This thing doesn't drop. By the way, if you have a Pelican case, here's the wing nuts, nice and steady. You know, if you don't like the wing nuts up here in the case, you could flip this over so just the button heads were here. But as my spouse pointed out, it's harder to steal because not everybody's carrying around a hex head. So with these in the inside, maybe that just makes it a little bit more secure. And I left the foam in the top here, but I took there was foam inside this case and I removed all that. But there you go. There's the DIY Pelican top case for under $100. All right, I got the case pretty much packed up the way I want it, so I wanted to show you basically what's inside this case. So, unlatch it here, and I've got a backpack in here. This is a pretty cool old school JanSport heavy duty ripstop fabric. It's got some little, I don't know what you call these, molly straps now, but back in the day they were just really practical. It's got a first aid kit, never leave home without that. You got some hose clamps, a few other things, odds and ends, WD-40, electrical tape, wet wipes, really good Columbia windbreaker here. Got to have a flashlight in your kit. Tool gloves, and this is my tool case. This has all the tools I need for this particular bike inside of it. There's a video out there, I don't know if it was a CB500 rider or who it was, but they posted a video about going around your bike and figuring out what tools you actually need for the bike and only packing those tools. That's pretty much what I try to do. I don't have every single tool you'd possibly need to disassemble or repair this bike, but I've got all the basic stuff, including a tire repair kit and some other things in there that you'll need. This weld seal stuff, seal weld epoxy, that's good to have just in case something breaks down. And that, it's going to happen eventually on a bike, so it's good to have some of those things with you. So when you get this all sorted out in your bag or your box, your top case, all this stuff fits really nice. And again, this is a Pelican 1510 case, which is a little bit bigger than the 15, but not, a behemoth. I didn't want this case to overwhelm the bike. And I like it. I like the fact that the case is low enough, the profile is low enough that I can see over it when I'm riding on the bike. And these bikes you pretty much ride a CB500 in the upright position, but just to make sure, I like the low profile. So I'm going to try to shut this case and with all these straps. Just fold this up and put it in there if you want to. I just pretty lazy. There we go. All snapped in and secure. Everything I need right in this case. CB500. You can get a sense that it's pretty low profile. Then if I eventually get some side racks on this thing, I'll probably get a couple more of these Pelican cases and mount them on the side here. Don't know. I'll probably have to get a smaller size case, but that's cool. Yeah, or maybe I'll just get soft bags, and you can still mount stuff on top of this thing. So if you wanted to go sleeping bag, tent, whatever, I'll probably get some soft. If you guys know of any soft bags that really work for you, let me know. I've been looking at the Moscow Moto ones and maybe the Wolfman, but maybe there's a more inexpensive option out there that you find that's just as good. Let me know.